law of attraction and law of assumption work hand in hand. There is no separation of these two belief systems. One Welcome back to my channel. You are watching The Real Manifestation Talk with your girl Dina Haynes, where I teach you Abraham Hicks and Neville Goddard manifesting techniques for the everyday person like yourself. I'm just going to break it down to you. And today I'm excited to get into this video because today I'm going to be really talking about law of attraction versus law of assumption and how to choose happiness. But before we get into it, I'm like chomping at the bit. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content so you'll be notified as soon as these videos pop up. And comment down below, what are your manifesting questions that you need help on? Slip them in the comments below, and it could end up being a full video on this channel. Also, if you are looking for some one-on-one coaching, definitely check out my link in the description. Hello, down below in the description. You could book an appointment with me and I can help you personally with whatever it is that you are struggling with in your manifestations, in your everyday life. Also, stay tuned till the very end of the video where I do the yes or no tarot pick a card reading. So whatever burning questions you have in the moment will be answered by the end of the video. And now that that's taken care of, oh my God, let's get into it. Okay, so a lot of you are wondering, how do I choose happiness? How do I feel good in my own company? How do I not feel lonely? And what it comes down to is that it's a choice. And this is something that I learned very early on in my spiritual journey. When I first started seeing a therapist years ago, this was really the crux of our work together, was me realizing that everything is a choice. There are choices in life. And then further along in the future, I realized that everything is a choice, even how you want to feel, right? So, Abraham Hicks is always talking about, you want to be reaching for the positive feelings. Feelings is really where manifestation is at. That is the crux of manifestation, is that you have to feel it. And I'm sure you've seen videos where people talk about you have to feel it to receive it and all this. This is very true, but I'm going to explain to you how to do it. The first thing on your step to elevating your vibration or getting closer to the life that you want, your manifestations, is to accept that everything is a choice. Everything you think is a choice. Everything that you are seeing and perceiving in your 3D reality is a choice. So for people who believe that law of attraction and manifestation is hogwash, or they believe that their problems are outside of them, that it's outside forces forcing these issues on them, that is a choice. And it's a choice of a vicious cycle, because if you think that everything that goes wrong in your life is because of something outside of you, then you're never really going to have control over it. You're really basically saying, I have absolutely no control over my life and how things happen to me. And I think some of you could be in that trap, where you think you want to put the blame outside of yourself or the responsibility outside of yourself. But what you're doing is you're taking your power away from yourself. You are literally giving your power away to outside forces that you have no control over. So the first thing is to accept that it's a choice that you have been making to see things that way. Because whatever you believe is what manifests into your reality. So if you don't believe in it, then you will never grasp control of your life. You will never be empowered in your own life. Boom. So number one is you have to accept that What has been going on up until this point has literally been a choice that you made. Now, I'm not saying that you choose to be depressed or you choose to have bad things happen to you. What I mean is that you choose to accept that as your reality. So I just did a video on shadow work, and that really is what that is about. It's about learning to accept the things about yourself that maybe you just don't like, because that is ground zero, is accepting, because you can't fix a problem unless you're aware that there's the problem. So you have to embrace that you have a problem with the way that you are seeing life and perceiving things. It is a problem because it's not working for you, not because you're defective in any way, but that it just is not working for you anymore. It's just like when you discover something new, a revelation, you fundamentally change, and that is what changes your life going forward. That is what is the point of shadow work, of accepting that you are responsible, that you are making choices that don't suit you anymore, that don't serve you anymore. If you want control, you have to own your own perception. So by accepting that you are responsible, you gain that control. You empower yourself to then move forward in a better direction. So in other words, it's that self-talk. Like, for instance, if you think that you are not attractive, it's because you're perceiving that other people look at you and think you're not attractive. So that perception is a choice. If you think that someone doesn't like you, as long as you assume that, then it will be true. So in other words, it is your assumption that people think this way about you. In other words, it is your choice. You are choosing, in a probably not so very conscious way, but you are choosing to believe that the world sees you this way, knowing that that is a choice that you are making, whether it's a wanted choice, conscious choice, or not. The point is to realize that you can literally just switch your assumption and perceive something different. So in other words, there's this big thing about, curvy girls wearing shorts. I'm one of these girls. I have thick thighs. I have dimply cellulite thighs, and that has kept me from like wearing short dresses or shorts or whatever. But it's really about my perception, that when I go out, I'm perceiving that people are looking at my dimply thighs and thinking negative thoughts about them. But instead of thinking those negative thoughts, me perceiving negative thoughts, I can choose to perceive that they're looking at my thighs thinking how sexy I am and thinking how beautiful I am. As long as I think that and assume those thoughts about the other person, then that will be my reality, and I will receive a positive response. So that is a case of empowering myself to perceive reality in a different way. And this really is the law of assumption. This is also the theory of everything is you pushed out. All of that is simply your perception and a reflection of your inner beliefs, how you feel about yourself. If it makes you feel good, then you're having good thoughts about yourself. You have a good, healthy self-esteem. If it feels bad or you feel bad inside about it, it is not your genuine self. Because don't you believe that if you had the choice, if you were your own best friend, wouldn't you treat yourself with better respect, with better care, with better concern? Wouldn't you be nice to yourself if you had the choice? It's almost like, this is how I just saw it. I just had this vision where you're looking around at the people around you that you interact with on a daily basis, and basically just put yourself in each of those places. So maybe you're at home and you're seeing your mother or your brother, your sister, your dad. That's you. The same thing goes with your friends or people that you just have an interaction with. All of those people are you. Put yourself in their place and choose how you want to treat yourself. That is something that is within your control. You can switch that once you are able to accept this fundamental truth that everything and everyone around you is literally you in reflection. Once you realize that and you own it, then you can empower yourself and change it. From there, you make the choice. Do I want to be happy? Do I want to feel good?
Or do I want to feel terrible?
It is a choice, and you change it by making the choice to start thinking of yourself in totally new terms and completely opposite terms. Switch that narrative. When you change your perception, you essentially are rewriting the story of yourself. What do you want that story to be? Do you want it to be a fantastic love story? Do you want it to be a story of where you're the hero and you're saving people? You are having the best and most positive influence on other people's lives? Do you want that story to be that you are the best parent and you're raising your child to be the best human being that they can be and spreading that love throughout the world? What is it that you want to see? Maybe it's that you are a big time boss lady. Then you say to yourself, I'm a big time boss lady. I am handling my stuff. I am master of my world. I am master of my career. I am tackling challenges as soon as they come. I am owner of my success. I am the best at what I do. People are clamoring for my service, my product. People can't wait to get their hands on it. These are the things that you want to start assuming. You start telling yourself and assuming about yourself. So you assume it. And then once you are assuming these things, law of attraction kicks in and brings you whatever you're assuming. Law of attraction and law of assumption work hand in hand. There is no separation of these two belief systems. One is just leads into the other. Law of attraction is the way that the universe works. Law of assumption is how you use your thoughts to gain whatever it is that you want into your universe, to attract it to you. All right, so I hope this helped you, because now is the time in the video where I do the yes or no tarot pick a card reading. Have you thought of your question yet? Well, don't fret, because I'm going to give you 3 seconds to think of your question now. Okay, have you thought of your question? Let's shuffle. All right. Here's the answer to your question. Boom. It's a yes. But it is a card of disappointment. This is the 5 of Cups. But this is what I like about this. There's 3 cups in the water, and she's got 2 cups sitting beside her. So cups has to do with love. So something tells me that, or relationships, something tells me that your question probably has something to do with relationships. And the 3 cups in the water, the 2 cups sitting beside her, it's almost like you're looking at the negative, right? Which is kind of what's going on in this video. You are looking at the spilled cups when you have 2 sitting beside you. So all is not lost. Whatever this is talking about your disappointment, but all is not lost. It's time. I think what it's saying is that it's time for you to start looking at what you do have. What's the positive that you do have? Switch that narrative. Stop looking at the things that you lost and start picking up the pieces and rewriting your story. Hello. And what is it that you want to see? Maybe you lost some cups over here. Maybe it was a relationship. Maybe you're manifesting a specific person. It could be that that person, they're just not performing to how you envision. You're trying to manifest a specific person. Switch it up. Rewrite the story. Maybe it's that you need to rewrite what it is that you're looking for. What are you really looking for? Maybe what you're really asking for, what your guides know that you really want, maybe that's still out there. Maybe it's time to kind of step back and reassess. Is it the most positive situation for me? Is it what I'm really looking for? Do I feel empowered in this relationship? Do I feel like $1,000,000? Like, how are you really feeling in this relationship? Because if you're looking at the spilled cups, if you're looking at the negative and looking at the bad, then maybe what's happening is you're manifesting a bad relationship, because whatever you focus on is what you bring into your universe, and whatever is reflecting back at you is telling you the truth about how you feel. So if it's in a relationship, it's telling you the truth about how you feel in this relationship. So step back. I mean, do your shadow work and figure out, maybe this isn't what I really want. You're going to manifest this person from within by what you think about yourself, what you choose for yourself. So if you choose happiness for yourself, choosing the state of being that you want to be in, the state of being that you want to feel in the relationship. You don't want to feel insecure. You want to feel like you're the bee's knees. You're the freaking boss. And once you start to feel that you are worthy, and once you start to assume that you are the bee's knees, you are the big time boss lady, you are the sexy siren, whatever you want to call it. Once you start to assume that about yourself, you will attract a specific person that will see that within you as well. It could be the current specific person that you are manifesting, or it could be someone completely new. And it starts from you assuming that whoever it is that comes into your life, they're going to reflect that you are the best thing that has ever happened to them, because you're the best thing that's ever happened to you. All right. So I hope that helped you this week. And if it did, hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon, and you'll be notified as soon as the videos come up. And comment down below. Tell me what you're manifesting. Sounds like SP. If it is, tell me what's going on with that. And I can give you help in the comments as well if you ask me a question. And stay tuned for the next video, which will be whenever. If you ask a question, it'll be next week. If not, then it'll be whenever I feel like I have a message for you. So stay tuned and have a great week, and I will see you next time.